What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a review and unboxing of the Micro G pen. So let's take a look at this. It comes in a pretty nice case here. This is brought to you by Glenco Science. You can check them out at glencoscience.com, and I will put a link in the description box where you can check out the Micro G pen along with other pens as well. So very nice packaging here. I will say I did take this out and check it out prior to making this review, so that it may not be packaged the same way, but this is everything that comes in it. So we have the Micro G booklet. They show the pieces. We have a mouthpiece. I'll show you guys in a second. I think it comes with 5 or 6 spare mouthpiece. We have the mouthpiece, the mouthpiece cover. We have the Micro G coil. If your coil stops working or breaks, you can buy replacements. They're not very expensive. I think like $5 or $6. You can get them at most vape shops, tobacco shops. You can buy them online. Again, I'll link to where you can get replacement parts. And here is the actual battery of the Micro G. You're also going to get 2 containers to hold whatever you want to put in your Micro G pen, and you are also going to get a tool, which is basically like a long little metal spoon. And then you're also going to get the Micro G charging kit, which has a wall plug as well as the USB adapter. Now you will notice, unfortunately, unlike a lot of pens, this one does not just use a standard Android charger, so you will need the special charger here. Now if we look in the box, I already have one of the covers on it, but this is how it comes packaged. The tool is actually in the top here. I have the tool under here, but let's take a look here. So look at the one that, so to turn it on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought the 5 press was kind of odd. I haven't yet figured out if it turns itself off or if you have to tap it 5 times. I'll have to read the instructions or watch some other people's videos. But when you press the button and let's see. Okay, so this battery's almost dead, but when you press the button and pull on it, it will light up blue. There's a small little light in the bottom here that will light up blue when it's being used. As well as to let you know when it's charging and done charging. However, not very much light gets put off there, so you don't have to worry about not being discreet or something like that if you're in public. The end piece, the mouth cap, just pops off here. I don't know how well this camera is going to focus, but you have the coil in there. It's not going to light up because it's dead, but you have the coil, and this area right here is where you put whatever you're going to be putting in there. And it snaps right back on. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff that comes in here. So we have the 2 containers. As you can see there, just kind of little screw-off containers there. Here's the second one. We have the mouthpieces. Now let's see, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I have 1 on. So they give you 5 mouthpieces. Or I'm sorry, mouthpiece covers, I should say. Let's see here. And as you can see here, this is just a little sleeve that slides right over. You know, if you're sharing it with somebody else and you want to swap out the mouthpieces, I guess you can do that. Here we have the charger. It's a 2-piece. So the one nice thing is, even if you don't want to carry around the wall plug, you could just carry this around with you, and this should work with any other pretty much wall charger that you plug an iPhone or Android phone into. And then lastly, we have the tool. The tool, almost like a little keychain here. You got the G. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is Snoop Dogg's brand. I really didn't know too much about these things. I've never really been into vape pens or vaporizers or anything like that. Actually, I take that back. I do have the O pen. I will make a review of the 2 different ones. And I guess I'll kind of compare them a little bit while we're talking about the Micro G. Let's see, where were we? So, you know, overall initial impressions, I just got this thing a couple days ago. I've only had a chance to use it once or twice. One thing I like about the O pen here is there's really no mess. I mean, you buy the cartridges already filled, you have the battery on the bottom, you literally just screw it into there, and it's good to go. You just suck on it, pull on it, whatever you want to call it, and you're good to go. A couple complaints about this: you don't get really strong pulls off of it, and also I don't know if it's a mouthpiece or where the liquid goes into the mouthpiece, but it tends to get clogged a lot, and once they're clogged, there's really almost no way to unclog them. So that's one of my beefs about this. But this, I mean, you can literally just throw it in your pocket, no maintenance. When you're done with the cartridge, unscrew it, get a new cartridge, and you're good to go. The G Mini is a little bit more maintenance. I mean, anything that you have to fill yourself is going to be a little bit more maintenance. Like I said, it can be difficult, you know, getting stuff into there. You also have to kind of tamper it down on the coil. I haven't really mastered how to do this, and quite honestly, I haven't had time to watch any YouTube videos showing you how to do it. Maybe I can pick up a few tips there. Some other people's tools that I've seen that they've gotten with the larger G-pens has kind of more of a poker tool, which seems like it would be easier to use. When I was trying to fill this, I was in the car, so I mean, not the best environment. I just tried to fill it again at home. It was a little bit easier. And the nice thing about this, the reservoir holds a decent amount of whatever you want to put in there. So once you do get it filled, I mean, you can probably bring it around for at least a day, if not a weekend or a couple days. And it's really not any different from the O-Pen in terms of once it's filled, this thing is pretty low maintenance. Just throw it in your pocket. It's not going to leak. It doesn't seem to clog. You know, keep the battery charged and you're good to go. I will say the battery on these lasts a little bit longer than the G-Pen. But you know, they both have their pros and cons. So yeah, this is basically what you're gonna get. Like I said, initial impressions, it's a little bit hard to fill, but actually a buddy of mine has this. I've you know, since it's his, he always has it filled. I've never really seen him fill it, nor have I had to fill it myself. So whenever I'm out with him and he's like, hey, you want some? And throws me his pen, all I gotta do is grab it and it's good to go. So this was my first experience having to pull it. Not a huge, or having to pull it, having to fill it. Not a huge deal, but I mean, if you're on the go, if you're in a car, if you're you know, at a park or something, it might be a little bit of a pain to do. But yeah, I mean, assuming you got two of them, it comes with two in the case. So you have two of these. If you got them both filled and charged, you know, you're ready to go off and have an afternoon hiking or at, you know, an event or whatever else. So I would recommend this. Like I said, I think it's probably cool to have both a G-Pen and an O-Pen. I think they both have kind of their strengths and weaknesses. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of the G-Pen. I would definitely recommend others get them. I'll probably recommend it to a couple friends who I think would enjoy them. A lot of my friends used to want to grab these after they saw this, and I think I'm going to be telling people to grab the G-Pens now. So again, I will link in the description box below to where you can get the micro G-Pen. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, drop them in the comment section below, and I'll try to get a follow-up video where we're actually do more of a side-by-side review of the pros and cons of the O-Pen versus the micro G-Pen. So thanks for watching. Drop your comments, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up.